Hey everybody, welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another Choosing Beggar Reddit video. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe, and help me reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers. In our first story, we have a choosing beggar who was really feeling the heat. Let's jump right in. So I am the lead technician and help run an HVAC company in Texas. We really try to help everyone we can and do what we can to make everyone comfortable in the Texas heat. Well, one day we had an incident with a choosing beggar that my boss knew. We shall call her Karen. Karen's outside unit on her air conditioning had a compressor that locked up and would never operate again. Luckily for her, we had a used outside unit that we could sell her and install for only $500. Awesome, right? Well, here is where things get interesting. I arrive. She had a gate on the right side of the house for me and my helper to go in and out of the backyard through. We grab our tools, go into the backyard, and get to work. I realized I needed another piece of equipment and went to go out of the side gate, only to find that it has been locked. I knock on the back door and request that the gate be unlocked, and she does so with a bit of a fight, but I just want to get the job done. We recover the burnt refrigerant from the system and unhook the electrical from the unit. We finally got it all disconnected and emptied and pulled it away from the house, and we're ready to get the used unit we brought and install it. And things go downhill. Once again, I find the gate to be locked. Once again, I knock on the back door and ask for it to be unlocked. She again does so, but again, not without a fight. Me and my helper got the used unit on a dolly and were rolling it into the backyard when I found the gate locked yet again. At this point, I'm livid. I get some tools from my van and take the gate off its hinges and set it against the house. Finally, we're in the backyard and able to get to work. I start to install the unit when Karen comes out and sees it, and here we go. She takes one look at it and has a disgusted look on her face. Why the hell is the unit so dirty? And why the hell did you take my gate off? Because it's a used unit that I uninstalled off of another house myself 2 years ago, and I removed the gate because you kept locking it, hindering my work and slowing down what I'm here to do. I locked it because I have small dogs. Well, keep the dogs inside. I have a job to do and I need access to my tools. She scoffs and goes back inside. I thought that I had heard the end of it. I was wrong. I'm in the middle of brazing the copper pipes together when she comes back outside and raises a storm about how dirty the unit is, knowing the unit is used and she is getting a hell of a deal for the price. I can't believe you would sell me a unit that is this dirty. You knew exactly what you were getting when you wanted a used unit, Karen. It has a bit of wear on it and is a bit dirty, but it works and you are getting a deal. I just expected it to at least look new. That's not how used products work. At this point, I was fuming. I walked past her and went through the now open back fence to the front yard to call my boss. I told him everything and he calmly asked me only one question. Do you feel it is in our interest to deny service? I said yes, absolutely. He told me to uninstall our used unit and reinstall the old busted unit. You got it, boss. I returned to the backyard where Karen stood, yelling at my helper. I'm sorry, Karen, but we are no longer comfortable doing business with you, and we'll reinstall your old unit and be on our way. Why aren't you comfortable with it anymore? Do you want the company response or one from me? Yours. Buckle up, kiddos. Because you are selfish, a narcissist, and you can't just accept a good deal when it's in front of you. On top of that, you locked me and my helper in your backyard 3 times before I eventually just took the gate off. You complain about the unit being dirty even though you are getting it for $500, even though I should be charging you well over $1,000 for it. Overall, you are just a witch. She just looked at me slack-jawed and went inside. I reinstalled her old unit and packed up. We never heard from her again. And even if she does call, we will not be doing any further business with her. And that is how I fired my first customer. In story 2, we have a choosing beggar who owes some money. I'm sure it should be paid back in no time. Nice car. Please, just pay off your loan to me. A little today. Hi, I have work in Orlando that you can do to pay you a portion of the $150. I have 5 hours on Saturday and Sunday for you at $12 per hour. That's $120. Can you do this? If so, I have the location and job details. So you're coming to Orlando to work so you can pay me. Cool. Because it kinda read like I'd be working to make money and that would somehow pay off your debt. In story 3, we have a choosing beggar coworker who is too good for a free meal at Christmas. The company I work for announced a while back that there won't be a Christmas party this year, for obvious reasons. This is my first year with the company, but from what I've heard, the party is a pretty great time, so everyone was quite disappointed. At the event, each employee receives a gift card to a local mall or business. The amount varies, but it's typically in the range of $50. Nothing to sneeze at for sure. Anyway, it was announced that in lieu of a Christmas party, the company was going to provide a gift box for each of us containing a turkey, some vegetables, a pie, and some other items to round out a nice Christmas dinner. Most of us thought that this was a nice gesture, seeing as that would have been pretty easy to simply cancel the party, cite the pandemic as the reason and save a bunch of money. One coworker, the choosing beggar in question, was not happy with this. During our shift last Thursday, the manager phoned us up saying that our boxes were ready for pickup and that we could pack up early. Choosing beggar blew up, ranting on and on about what an insult this gift was, how it's beneath him, and how he wants a gift card or nothing. Keep in mind, this is a grown man, and people were around. Real embarrassing sight. We tried to talk him down, but he continued to say how insulting and demeaning this was, and how he doesn't need a turkey. Well, fair enough, you're one guy and that's a lot of food. A coworker of ours, who is a real sweet young lady, but unfortunately not very well off, asked if he could pick up his box and give it to her and her family. Choosing beggar refused, saying that he wouldn't touch it out of principle. The food bank was also out of the question. He even phoned the manager back to tell him what he had just told us. The manager was rightfully pissed and sent him home for the day, telling him that by refusing to pick it up today, he was forfeiting everything and that he couldn't backtrack later on. Choosing beggar agreed and stormed off, so the rest of us went off to pick up our meals. A bit of an aside here, out of the 4 of us on the crew that day, 2 of us had been forced to go to the food bank at least a couple times in the past few years, so listening to this guy go on about how a free meal wasn't good enough for him had us rather angry, especially considering the state of the world right now. Back to the story. We showed up at the shop and the gift box blew our expectations out of the water. A 22-pound turkey, bags of vegetables, an apple pie, stuffing, gravy, and cranberry sauce, all locally grown and handmade, complete with a baking tray, meat thermometer, and instructions on how to prep and cook everything. And, for a little icing on the cake, tucked into the corner of each box was the $50 gift card that Choosing Beggar was ranting on and on about. Choosing Beggar's gift box, complete with the gift card, ended up going to the food bank after all. This is John from /bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and want to see more of them, then hit that subscribe button. We'd love for you to drop a like, share it with your friends, and we will see you in the next one.